Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Derek Mitchell, and I just want to say I hope you're having a good weekend. It is Sunday, January 8th, here in the Niagara region, 2017, and you're watching Niagara Edge Health. My email is niagaraedge@gmail.com. If you do like this video, please click the like button. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to see more of my mug, please subscribe to this channel. So I'm here to talk a little bit about nutrition today and just how I'm doing as far as trying to take off some weight that I gained during the holidays. And it was intentional. So a quick summary: from about December 10th on until the 1st of January, I was eating anything that I wanted, and that includes all carbohydrates, any junk, anything I chose to eat. I just basically threw caution to the wind because I wanted to see how it would affect me, how I would feel, how much weight I would gain, and just generally, and I understand that carbs, and this is why I'm on low-carb ketogenic eating, I understand that carbs affect me badly, so I just wanted to see if I just decided not to do low-carb, what the impact would be, and honestly, it was pretty bad. I gained about 18 pounds over that period of time, and sorry about that. And I gained about 18 pounds over that period of time, and felt pretty. I enjoyed. I'm not going to deny that I enjoyed eating some of the stuff that I ate, and liked it a lot. But afterwards, I didn't feel very good. I felt my body just really didn't like some of the food that I was eating. So, I wanted to just sort of get a feel of it after it's been a while on keto and low carb, just to see what I was feeling like, and it wasn't great. I would have digestive issues at times, and just not, it didn't fit me. So on the 2nd of January, I went back to eating ketogenically low carb. I was also being very strict about the types of foods and how often I ate, that kind of thing. I didn't starve myself by any means. Believe me, I was feeling pretty satisfied when I did eat. One thing I did do was intermittent fast during a number of days over the last week or so, and I've been pretty successful at it. So, and I've been eating stuff like bacon and eggs. Still, of course, drinking coffee with cream in it, and I had a few servings of bacon and eggs, but again, no carbohydrates. I'm trying to think what else I ate. Eggs, a lot of eggs, and meat sticks. Went and got some kielbasa at the supermarket, some pepperoni sticks, and just that's the kind of foods I've been eating. Just trying to keep as strict as I could be, while still enjoying the foods that I've been eating. So January 2nd in the morning when I weighed myself, I was 221.6 pounds, I think, and I fasted all day yesterday just to, be clear. I did drink coffee, but I didn't eat anything. So just to be transparent, I did fast yesterday, just because I wasn't all that hungry. So I did put coconut oil in my coffee, which helps um, not be, it makes you feel satisfied, satiated, so you don't feel hungry. I didn't intend to fast, it just sort of worked out that way. I was working a lot yesterday, and so I did that. And so I thought, okay, I'll weigh myself this morning just to see what it looks like. And less than a week after I started, and I know this is not going to be the typical result, and this is probably because I'm insulin resistant. In other words, when I eat carbs, my body responds really badly to it by increasing my glucose levels and insulin levels, and just basically stores fat on my body. But when you lose weight the way I have over the last week, by just restricting carbohydrates again and doing a little fasting, you'll see how quickly a lot of the water comes off. You're not bloated, and inflammation goes down. So I went from 221.6 to this morning at 211.4. So I've lost over 10 pounds in a week period. Now that is not typical, just to be clear. You're not going to lose 10 pounds in a week usually. However, when you first start, if you come off regular eating, so I'm talking about carbohydrates, and you go into this type of diet, as long as you adhere to it pretty strictly, it doesn't mean completely like no carbs, it means just lower carbs to try to keep it under 20 per day. You're going to find, depending on your body makeup, if you're already fairly fit and lean, you may not be losing as much. But if you're heavier, if you have pounds to lose, you'll probably lose weight, approximately a half a pound to a pound a day. probably you're only going to be, the maximum you're going to lose in actual fat is about a half pound a day. So a lot of that's water, just to be clear, but you're at least losing some weight. So I'm just trying to emphasize that once you go off of the regular eating, the call it the standard American or the standard Canadian diet, you're going to find that if you have weight to lose, that it could be pretty successful for you as a weight loss. Now, I also believe that ketogenic low carb eating is very healthy overall. I think it's much healthier than eating things like wheat and bread. Well, bread is wheat, but and any processed carbohydrates, a lot of sugar. Stay away from all that nonsense as much as you can. I think you'll be a lot healthier. I'll never be one. Well, I can't say never. I mean, people change, but I don't think I'll be somebody who is a proponent of eating this kind of thing regularly. However, I do the 90-10 rule. Basically, 90% of the time I eat the way I think is appropriate and healthy for me, and then 10% of the time I may go and cheat and eat some of those foods that I normally wouldn't. So that's just a quick summary. So feeling great. Feels good just taking off some weight. I was getting a little heavy there, and I want to take it to 200 pounds. My goal was 200 pounds in a 2-month period, so that would have been February, the beginning of March, essentially, to lose 20 pounds, but 22 pounds. Um, we'll see how it goes, but we're over halfway there already, so I think it's probably going to be a month by the time I lose that 22 pounds. We'll see, though, because it will slow down. It's inevitable. But health-wise, I feel a lot better. My body's a lot more consistent. I don't feel those spikes in sugar energy and then come down from that. So I feel a lot more level as far as the energy levels go. Feel a lot better. So just wanted to give you a quick heads up and a summary. Now, fasting, it can be a useful benefit tool, to move towards weight loss and health. I would suggest if you're going to fast, you look at getting the book, The Complete Guide to Fasting by Jimmy Moore and Dr. Jason Fung. Jason Fung is a nephrologist in Toronto, Canada. They do now do a podcast starting every week. It just started on Friday called Fasting Talk. So the website is fastingtalk.com. It's also on iTunes and other podcast downloading apps. So you can do that. It's really interesting to hear them talk about fasting and how it can benefit you. Now, a lot of people think that fasting is difficult to do, and at first it could be challenging. However, once you start getting into the routine, you'll find that you're not as hungry as you think you'll be, and the benefits of basically allowing your body to heal from not having food to digest on a period of time can be very, very appropriate and can be very helpful to you and your health and moving forward. Thanks very much for spending some time with me today. Again, my name is Derek Mitchell, and I'm going to go watch a couple of podcasts myself. So you take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.